GST Council chaired by FM Nirmala Sitharaman approved a major overhaul of the GST regime on September 4, 2025. The council moved most items from the 12% or 18% bracket to 5% bracket by eliminating the current rate structure of 4 rates and announced the 2 rates of 5% and 18%. The rates were cut to spur domestic consumption and demand.
Let me start by saying the Honorable Prime Minister actually set the tone for the next generation reforms on the 15th of August when he spoke from the Red Fort. And he desired that we give the benefit to the people at the earliest. He mentioned Deepavali, but I'll go through the decisions in detail a bit, but this reform is not just on rationalizing rates. It's also on structural reforms. It's also on ease of living, so that businesses can do their business of working together with the GST with a great ease. We've reduced the slabs. There shall be only 2 slabs, and we are addressing also the issues of compensation cess. Ease of living, simplifying registration, return filing and refunds. Common man and middle class items, there is a complete reduction. Reduction from 18 or from 12 to 5%.
This puts PM Modi's GST 2.0 Diwali gift officially in force. In the 79th Independence Day speech, PM Modi emphasized an overall reform in GST in the form of rate rationalization. These financial decisions come in the midst of the Trump tariff conflict. US President Donald Trump has imposed 50% tariffs on India for buying Russian oil. India, the 4th largest economy in the world, now faces among the highest tariffs in the world.
So it's 67%, so we're going to be charging a discounted reciprocal tariff of 34%. I think, in other words, they charge us, we charge them less. So how can anybody be upset? They will be, because we never charge anybody anything, but now we're going to charge. European Union, they're very tough, very, very tough traders. You think of European Union, very friendly. They rip us off. It's so sad to see. It's so pathetic. 39%, we're going to charge them 20%, so we're charging them essentially half. Vietnam, great negotiators, great people. They like me, I like them. The problem is they charge us 90%. We're going to charge them 46% tariff.
But will the GST reforms, which PM Modi hailed as a big Diwali gift for the nation, actually be a game changer for the Indian economy amid the heavy dose of tariffs coming from the United States of America? Here's what economist Akash Jindal has to say.
I think this change in GST slab is going to give a lot of benefits to the common man as well as the economy. Because now what would happen is inflation would get reduced and the common man would be able to fulfill his aspirations. Particularly since these days when this would be applicable would be Navratri, Durga Puja and Diwali days, where we have a consumption boom, because these days are considered auspicious and these days consumption is on a boom, on a high. So now inflation would reduce for the common man and he'll be doing huge buying, huge consumption, because Navratri and Diwali are the time when the common man generally would have higher money also, because many people would be getting bonuses. So I think it's going to be highly beneficial for the common man. As far as the economy is concerned, on a macroeconomic angle, I think it's going to increase consumption. Once consumption is increased, what it means is manufacturing would increase and job opportunities would increase, GDP growth would increase and income tax collection would increase. So overall, this would benefit the economy also by increasing the GDP, increasing job opportunities and increasing the income tax collection. These are days of tariffs. There was a possibility that tariffs could have reduced, negatively impacted our GDP and employment opportunities up to a certain extent. Now this masterstroke would be neutralizing the impact of current US tariffs. So I think it's a masterstroke. It would be benefiting the common man and economy on a macroeconomic angle also. It's a very good thing, because GST is a highly successful tax. The government has been collecting huge volumes in GST, huge numbers. Now I think it was the right time to reward the people for making GST such a huge success.
Let's look at the numbers and see how they counter each other. Moody's warns that Trump's tariffs may impact 0.3% of India's GDP. In a report in August, Moody's said that India's GDP growth could fall to 6% in FY26. That's a 30 basis point decline from its earlier forecast of 6.3%. Nomura suggests that India's GDP may grow up to 6% in the current financial year. Nomura also talks about how the US imposed tariff may impact India's economy in several ways, which include export orders, employment, and private capital expenditure. Well, a report by SBI Research says that the GST 2.0 regime is estimated to boost the consumption by 1.98 lakh crore. Independent estimates peg the likely GDP boost at 1.6%. Having said that, GST 2.0 may help with higher tax revenue, lower inflation, and higher growth. PM's push for Swadeshi, the government's income tax reforms announced earlier this year, are also expected to provide tailwinds to the Indian economy.
हमारे लिए अपने किसानों का हित सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकता है। भारत अपने किसानों के, पशुपालकों के और मछुआरे भाई बहनों के हितों के साथ कभी भी समझौता नहीं करेगा। मैं जानता हूं व्यक्तिगत रूप से मुझे बहुत बड़ी कीमत चुकानी पड़ेगी, लेकिन मैं इसके लिए तैयार हूं। मेरे देश के किसानों के लिए, मेरे देश के मछुआरों के लिए, मेरे देश के पशुपालकों के लिए आज भारत तैयार है।
Based on IMF projections, an EY report suggests that India is uniquely placed in terms of economy if compared with the US, China, Germany, and Japan. As per the IMF, India's economy could reach $20.7 trillion in terms of private-public partnership by 2030. Using average growth rates for 2028 to 2030 as projected by the IMF, India may become the world's second-largest economy in PPP terms by 2038, with a projected GDP of $34.2 trillion.